Have you ever wondered if the universe holds secrets that go beyond what our eyes can perceive? Are you intrigued by the notion of raising your consciousness to a higher level and entering the fifth dimension? If so, you are not alone on this journey of spiritual self-exploration. Throughout history, numerous seekers and individuals dedicated to personal growth have investigated the concept of the fifth dimension, a realm of existence that transcends the limits of our daily reality. On this path of self-knowledge, we are invited to expand our perceptions beyond the conventional, exploring the possibility that there are additional dimensions that are beyond our usual understanding. As we embark on this journey of inner discovery, the fifth dimension emerges as a realm of boundless possibilities, expanding consciousness and blurring the boundaries of knowledge, providing us with a more expansive and profound understanding of existence itself. Dolores Cannon was a prominent writer and hypnotherapist who dedicated her life to uncovering the puzzles of the human mind and the essence of reality. She became a pioneer in the fields of past life regression and hypnotherapy, and after decades of tireless research, she unleashed the veils that hide the deepest secrets of the human psyche. Dolores Cannon gained a unique perspective on the nature of reality thanks to her revolutionary approach, which not only allowed her patients to explore their past lives and unravel traumas deeper in their being, but also gave them a unique insight into the very nature of reality itself. Her research unearthed the connections between the past, present, and future, propelling her to explore consciousness beyond the limits of conventional perception. His deep understanding of the fifth dimension, a state of existence that transcends the limitations of time and space that we now know, is one of his most fascinating discoveries. Through his experiences with hypnotized patients, Cannon shed light on how we can determine whether we truly live in this higher dimension. His writings and teachings remain a valuable source of wisdom for those seeking to understand the depths of the mind and the nature of reality, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire generations of spiritual seekers and explorers of consciousness. The fifth dimension presents itself as a threshold toward the new earth, an era of spiritual renewal and transformation. It is a state of existence that has a higher vibration that transcends the limitations and conventions of the three-dimensional reality that has become so familiar to us. In this dimensional realm, experience is defined by the omnipresent presence of love, unity, and spiritual growth. Imagine a world where selfishness, fear, and separation no longer exist, where all beings are aware of their connection with the universe and with others. In this place, harmony, compassion, and collaboration are the fundamental pillars of existence. Understanding the fifth dimension requires not only recognizing its essence, but also experiencing it in its fullness. It is a profoundly transformative experience that helps us to understand a broader and more meaningful reality. Boundaries blur and possibilities multiply in this state of elevated consciousness, inviting each person to explore their true potential and contribute to the collective flourishing of humanity. We are at a crucial moment in our planet's history. The Earth, that majestic home that has hosted us for millennia, is preparing for its next evolutionary phase. The Earth and its inhabitants are undergoing an unprecedented transformation as a result of this dimensional shift, a spectacular event and cosmic crossroads. In this unique state of transition, we are witnessing the convergence of two realities: the familiarity of the three-dimensional reality that we have known, and the promise of an elevated existence in the fifth dimension. This transition period gives us an extraordinary opportunity, the ability to perceive and experience both dimensions simultaneously. It's a time when duality becomes palpable, and every choice we make becomes cosmic. It is critical that we understand the magnitude of this event and be aware of our daily actions and choices. We have the choice to choose love and compassion at this critical juncture, or to give in to fear and greed. Every thought, word, and action shapes the course of our own evolution and contributes to the collective destiny of humanity and the planet. This transition process requires deep introspection and a commitment to spiritual growth. By choosing to cultivate love and compassion instead of fear and separation, we align ourselves with the flow of cosmic evolution and become catalysts for the positive transformation that our world so longs for. As we embark on this journey into a new era, let us remember that we are co-creators of our reality and guardians of the earth. With love, compassion, and a deep connection to the heart of our mother planet, we can confidently embrace the future that awaits us in the fifth dimension, where unity and harmony reign supreme. In today's exciting content, we will focus on the fifth dimension. We will delve into the revealing signs that signal our immersion in this extraordinary and profound realm of existence. Are you ready for this immersion in the unknown? It is time to open our minds and hearts to a sharper intuition and a higher spiritual consciousness. Imagine waking up one day and experiencing an amazing feeling of transformation in the depths of your being. It is as if a veil had arisen while you were sleeping, revealing within you a hidden realm of intuition and spiritual consciousness. This deeply revealing experience is one of the most remarkable signs that you are in the process of transitioning to the fifth dimension. Following in the footsteps of the renowned hypnotherapist Dolores, we understand that in the fifth dimension, our consciousness expands beyond the limitations of the third dimension that we have known. In this elevated state of existence, our intuitive abilities reach new heights, and we find ourselves increasingly in tune with our inner guide. At every step of the path, it is as if a new sense of clarity and certainty arose from the depths of our being, gently guiding you in the right direction. This inner compass, fed by our connection to the very essence of the universe, becomes a dependable companion on our journey toward consciousness and spiritual growth. As we accept this transition to the fifth dimension, we find ourselves in a process of constant self-knowledge and transformation. Every day we get closer to our higher potential, finding comfort and guidance in the harmonious flow of life itself. I hope that this feeling of awakening and deep connection will motivate us to continue exploring the mysteries of our being and to courageously embrace the path to the fullness of the fifth dimension. It is fascinating to contemplate how our dreams can serve as gates to a realm of deeper meaning and spiritual connection. Living dreams, imbued with symbolism and apparently encrypted messages from the universe, often provide us with invaluable guidance on our journey to the fifth dimension. As we immerse ourselves in the Onirian world, we encounter metaphors and narratives that may seem enigmatic at first sight, but contain deep truths about our inner being and our purpose in life. These dreams are the language of our soul, a way in which our conscious mind connects with the wisdom of the universe and provides us with intuitions about our life path. As we pay attention and get deeper into the interpretation of these day-to-day messages, we begin to notice an increasing frequency of intuitive ideas in our daily lives. Decisions that used to seem challenging become clear and simple as we learn to trust our inner wisdom and the guidance we receive through our dreams. Activities that nourish our spiritual growth and elevate our vibration to the fifth dimension are increasingly attracting us. Whether through meditation, energy healing, or exploring ancestral practices, we seek ways to connect more deeply with our essence and expand our consciousness to unknown horizons. By honoring and nurturing this dialogue between our conscious mind and our soul, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and continuous transformation. Every dream, every intuition brings us a little closer to realizing our highest potential and leads us to the fullness of the fifth dimension. May this journey of inner exploration lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe around us. As we immerse ourselves in the journey to the fifth dimension, we also experience a radical change in our priorities and values. What once seemed important and significant in the material realm now pales compared to the depth and beauty of life in its most essential sense. The activities that once occupied our time and attention, focused on the accumulation of external achievements and possessions, suddenly lose their appeal and relevance. we realize that the unceasing quest for material success and recognition cannot satisfy the deepest longing of our soul or provide a true sense of accomplishment. Instead, we find ourselves irresistibly drawn to experiences that nourish our essence and contribute to the well-being of both ourselves and humanity as a whole. We recognize the intrinsic link between our happiness and satisfaction and the well-being of others as we become more aware of the connection between all living beings. We focus on cultivating meaningful relationships, finding purpose and meaning in our actions, and contributing to spiritual and emotional growth for ourselves and others. We become more compassionate and understanding, more willing to give and receive love unconditionally. This change in materialist priorities frees us from the burden of external expectations and allows us to live with greater authenticity and fullness. We immerse ourselves in the richness of experiences and present moments, finding true joy in the connection with our inner being and the world around us. As we embark on this journey of personal transformation and growth, we open ourselves to a new way of life where love, compassion, and gratitude become the fundamental pillars of our existence. In the fifth dimension, we find true realization and become agents of positive change in the world, sowing seeds of love and hope wherever we go. As we enter the path to the fifth dimension, we experience a profound transformation in the way we perceive and relate to the world around us. The fundamental question that once pushed us, centered on what we can get for ourselves, gives way to a higher reflection. How can we serve and elevate others? On this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, we begin to understand that true realization lies not in the accumulation of material wealth or individual achievements, but in the meaningful connections we cultivate with others and the positive contribution we can make to collective well-being. Acts of kindness, empathy, and compassion become our most valuable currency of exchange. We realize that by providing support and love to those around us, we find a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction in our own lives. Our hearts open generously, and we become active agents of positive transformation in the world. Recognizing the interconnection of all living beings in the consciousness of unity, we understand that our actions have an impact beyond ourselves. Every act of goodness reverberates through the fabric of the universe, creating waves of positivity and harmony that extend far beyond what we can imagine. In the fifth dimension, we become guardians of light, sowing seeds of love and compassion wherever we go. Our actions and conscious presence become beacons of hope and inspiration for others, guiding them towards greater realization and connection with the very essence of life. At the threshold of the fifth dimension, we experience an extraordinary metamorphosis in our consciousness. The illusory barrier of separation that once seemed to divide us dissolves, and in its place emerges a deep consciousness of unity that encompasses all that exists. This inner transformation leads us to experience the world in a completely new way. We put aside the labels and artificial divisions that once limited us, and instead we embrace the diversity and uniqueness of each being. Judgments and prejudices disappear, and instead we encounter a compassionate openness to all beings. Our daily interactions tangibly manifest the reality of unity in this elevated state of consciousness. We recognize the divine essence in every being we encounter, and we honor the unique beauty that each one brings to the cosmic tapestry of existence. Each person, animal, plant, and element of nature becomes a sacred reflection of the same source from which we all emanate. We feel deeply connected to everything around us, knowing that we are part of an interconnected tissue of life. Every action we take and every word we speak becomes an expression of this intrinsic connection, and we strive to live in harmony with the natural flow of the universe. In the fifth dimension, we embrace our co-creative nature and commit ourselves to being responsible guardians of all beings' well-being. We become ambassadors of love and compassion, extending our hands to our brothers and sisters in a spirit of unity and cooperation. In this realm of expanded consciousness, we find the fullness and peace that we long for by recognizing that we are all one in the heart of the universe. When we awaken to the fifth dimension, compassion becomes the foundation of our existence. As if woven into the very essence of our being, compassion manifests itself as our natural response to the world around us. We become experts in the art of empathy, able to tune into the experiences and struggles of others in a profound and authentic way. Understanding and support come from us without effort, judgment, or prejudice. The small conflicts and superficial divisions that once seemed so significant in the third dimension now lose their power over us. In this state of being, we embrace unity and harmony, celebrating differences instead of dividing them. In this unified consciousness, we realize that we are all part of a global community, connected by invisible threads of compassion and love. Recognizing our immersion in a cosmic fabric of interconnection and meaning, we align ourselves with the quest for timelessness and synchronicities. We imbue every encounter and experience with a higher purpose, and we remain open to the subtle and mysterious signs and guides that present themselves to us. As members of this global community in search of harmony and cooperation, we become active agents of positive change in the world. We are committed to working together to create a future where peace and mutual understanding reign, where every human being can flourish and reach their full potential. One of the most fascinating and mysterious aspects of the transition to the fifth dimension is the transformation of the very concept of time. We experience time in the third dimension as linear and rigid, a sequence of moments flowing in a defined direction. However, as we enter the fifth dimension, we enter a realm where time acquires a completely different quality, challenging our conventional conceptions and opening the door to a more expansive, multidimensional experience. In this elevated state of consciousness, we find ourselves less bound by the limitations of linear time. We immerse ourselves in the sensation of a mysterious and fluid intertwining of the past, present, and future. We experience moments of eternity where time seems to stop, and we find ourselves immersed in a state of pure presence, free from concerns and anxieties about what was or what will come. In this timeless space, we allow ourselves to simply be, without the burden of the past or the anticipation of the future. We immerse ourselves in the flow of the present moment, knowing that it is the very essence of life. Instead of living in the prison of regrets of the past or concerns of the future, we surrender fully to the present moment, finding peace and fullness in the direct experience of reality as it is. This change in our perception of time frees us from the weight of linear time and allows us to embrace the totality of existence with greater clarity and serenity. We find ourselves in a state of fluidity and expansion, where time is no longer a tyrant that controls us, but rather a traveling companion on our journey to a deeper understanding of the universe and ourselves. As we enter the fifth dimension, we experience a profound transformation in our perception of ourselves and the world around us. We encounter a reality where our individuality fades into insignificance, and we completely immerse ourselves in the present moment, surrendering ourselves to every breath and feeling with full attention and renewed appreciation. In this state of full consciousness, we begin to notice the increasingly frequent presence of synchronicities in our lives. These significant coincidences defy rational explanation and appear to perfectly align with our life path and purpose. It's as if the universe itself conspired to guide and support us on our evolutionary journey. We marvel at how our higher intelligence, knowing our deepest desires and pressing needs, orchestrates the presentation of the right people, opportunities, and events at the exact moment we need them. Every encounter, every situation, seems to be a carefully placed piece in the puzzle of our existence, taking us one step closer to realizing our true potential. By surrendering to the wisdom and guidance of the universe, we feel deeply connected with the totality of life and trust in the natural flow of existence. We become conscious co-creators of our reality, working with the universe to manifest our highest dreams and create a world full of love, harmony, and abundance for all. In this cosmic dance of synchronicity and gratitude, we find deep peace and satisfaction, knowing that we are exactly where we should be at every moment. Knowing that a force greater than ourselves guides and sustains us, we surrender to the flow of the universe with confidence and joy. In the sacred space of healing and transformation offered by the fifth dimension, we embark on a profound and holistic journey towards the integral healing of our being. Here, we recognize and release past wounds and emotional scars with love and compassion, enabling spiritual growth and self-realization to flourish in their fullness. This healing process extends to all aspects of our being: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Past traumas and limiting beliefs that once held us captive confront us. But instead of pursuing them, we bravely embrace them and transform them into catalysts for our personal evolution. In this journey of self-discovery, we can feel drawn to modalities of energy healing, meditation, and other holistic practices that facilitate this profound transformation. As we open ourselves to these tools and practices, we surrender to the process of releasing the old burdens that we have been carrying for so long. As we release the weight of the past, we experience a sense of lightness and liberation that transforms our way of being. We feel revitalized, renewed, and aligned with our true selves. This sense of liberation allows us to live from the heart, which is the very core of the fifth dimension. This transformative change goes beyond the limitations of the third dimension, transcending the old structures and paradigms that once kept us in darkness. We become beings of light, radiating love, compassion, and wisdom into the world around us, thereby contributing to the creation of a more loving, peaceful, and harmonious world for all. In the fifth dimension, love, compassion, and forgiveness are not just abstract concepts, but the very essence of our existence. It's like we wake up in a world where love is not just a choice, but the driving force behind every thought, action, and decision we make. Imagine a life in which love permeates every breath, compassion permeates every interaction, and forgiveness cascades freely like a healing river. In this elevated state of consciousness, our heart, once confined to a corner of our being, expands to embrace our entire existence, radiating love naturally and effortlessly. We find ourselves wrapped in the healing energy of love, which becomes the driving force behind all our interactions and relationships. We feel connected to the divine spark that resides in every being we encounter, recognizing its uniqueness and intrinsic value as part of the fabric of the universe itself. This recognition guides us in our behavior and decisions, inspiring us to treat others with kindness, understanding, and respect. We become catalysts for love and light in the world, extending our hands to those in need and sharing our goodness with generosity and abundance. In the fifth dimension, each interaction turns into an opportunity to express love and compassion. The simple act of listening becomes a sacred act of human connection, where we open ourselves to understanding and supporting others with empathy and tenderness. The very essence of love impregnates our words and actions, radiating kindness and compassion in every encounter. In this elevated state of consciousness, forgiveness becomes a natural part of our being. We recognize that clinging to resentment only binds us to the past and hinders our own growth and inner peace. We understand that releasing these emotional loads is essential to our emotional and spiritual well-being. By embracing the practice of forgiveness, we free ourselves from the burden of the past and open ourselves to freedom and inner peace. We understand that forgiveness does not mean to justify or excuse the behavior of others, but to free ourselves from suffering and find healing in our hearts. Forgiveness allows us to release resentment and bitterness, opening up space for compassion and understanding. It allows us to close painful chapters of our lives and move forward with lightness and joy towards a future full of possibilities and potentialities. Likewise, we experience a remarkable transformation in our ability to manifest our deepest desires. This change is because our thoughts and intentions are no longer trapped in the dense energies of fear and doubt that often prevail in the third dimension. We allow love and trust to drive our intentions when we release fear and doubt. We become clear conduits for the creative energy of the universe, expressing our desires more easily and fluently. In the fifth dimension, we understand that manifestation is not just about achieving material goals, but about aligning our desires with our true essence and purpose. We open ourselves to receiving what is truly best for us at a deeper level, trusting that the universe always leads us to our greater good. In the fifth dimension, we experience a radical transformation in the way we interact with the creative energy of the universe. Where once the earth could have been tough and resilient, now it is rich and receptive, ready to nourish and support our deepest dreams. In this elevated state of consciousness, our positive energy transforms into a magnetic force that attracts our desires towards us, and the universe responds more easily to our intentions and aspirations. We notice that what we focus on begins to manifest with surprising speed and precision. Our thoughts and emotions become powerful seeds that germinate and bloom in the tangible reality that surrounds us. However, with this greater power of demonstration comes greater responsibility. Realizing that our thoughts and intentions significantly shape the world we create, we must cultivate a positive mindset that aligns with our true desires. In this new state of expanded consciousness, we recognize the multidimensionality of our existence and understand that our actions have an impact not only on the physical plane, but also on the energetic and spiritual planes. We cultivate a greater awareness of how our choices affect not only ourselves, but others and the universe as a whole. We also discover that our consciousness extends far beyond the physical realm we live in, encompassing other realms and dimensions of existence. It's like we awaken to the truth that we are like a multifaceted jewel, where each facet represents a different aspect of our existence and where we exist simultaneously in multiple dimensions. This revelation opens us to a vast panorama of possibilities, where our experiences in other realms and dimensions can have a profound impact on our present lives. We can have glimpses of these other dimensions through vivid dreams, meditative states, or moments of deep perception. In these expanded states of consciousness, we encounter the experience of being more than just a physical being, and we connect with the totality of our multidimensional being. These experiences can be truly inspiring and transformative. We can encounter guides from our higher selves or beings from other realms who welcome us with unconditional love, which is the purest expression of the fifth dimension. These encounters provide us with wisdom and guidance, helping us to remember our true divine nature and our highest purpose in life. In the fifth dimension, we explore the depths of unconditional love, a sublime expression that goes beyond the limitations of conditional love that frequently arises from the ego. Expectations or attachments do not drive this unconditional love. Rather, it emanates from the very essence of our soul. We find that we are more capable of loving ourselves and others without judging or imposing conditions. Our hearts open in pairs, radiating love like a beacon of light that illuminates the way for those around us. We recognize that each being is on its own path and in its own evolution, and we honor that journey regardless of whether or not it aligns with ours. Unconditional love transcends the need of the ego for validation and recognition. It is a form of love that flows freely without expecting anything in return. It is a love that forgives, heals, and unites, capable of healing the wounds of the past and uniting us in a bond of unity and compassion. In the fifth dimension, we perceive divinity in every soul and acknowledge our interconnectedness within a cosmic web of love and consciousness. We realize that every act of love and goodness we share reverberates through the universe, raising the vibration of all creation. In the fifth dimension, we experience a profound and sacred connection with nature that goes beyond mere aesthetic appreciation. We immerse ourselves in an elevated awareness of the natural world, where feeling at peace with nature becomes a direct reflection of our inner state. When we spend time in natural environments, we find a source of spiritual food and inspiration. Imagine walking in an ancient forest where every tree whispers ancestral secrets and every bird sings melodies that resonate in the depths of our being. In this environment, we experience a deep connection with every aspect of the landscape. The majestic trees, the whisper of the wind between the leaves, the singing of the birds, and the serene flow of the flowing water. We come to understand that we are not only a part of nature, but also an integral part of it. We sense the intertwining of our roots with the roots of the trees, the synchronization of our beats with the ocean's rhythm, and the blending of our sighs with the wind. This connection fills us with a deep sense of reverence and respect for the land and all its inhabitants. In the fifth dimension, we experience a radical transformation in our relationship with joy and happiness. Joy becomes our predetermined state, an intrinsic quality of our being that flows naturally and constantly from within. We no longer depend on external circumstances to find happiness. Instead, we immerse ourselves in a deep connection with inner joy that transcends any external condition. In this elevated state of consciousness, joy becomes our predetermined state, even when we face challenges and adversities. We can access this inner joy effortlessly, finding a serene calm and deep satisfaction in the depths of our being. The three-dimensional mindset, where external factors like economic status or material possessions often condition happiness, undergoes a profound change. The inner joy that we experience in the fifth dimension is not fugitive or ephemeral. It is a constant and unbreakable presence in our lives. It arises from a deep understanding of our true nature and our connection to the universe. We recognize that we are beings of light and love, intrinsically worthy of joy and happiness, and entrust ourselves to the experience of living from this place of happiness and fullness. As we align more deeply with the fundamental principles of love, unity, and spiritual growth, we experience an internal metamorphosis that transcends the limits of our individual being. We become beacons of light for others, radiating love and compassion in every interaction and moment of our lives. By embracing unconditional love and recognizing the unity of all life, we begin to see the world through a more compassionate and understanding lens. We become more sensitive to the needs of others and actively commit ourselves to serving and supporting those around us. Our presence itself serves as a living reminder of the higher values to which we aspire, inspiring others to follow our example and awaken their own higher potential. As we immerse ourselves in our own spiritual growth, we become catalysts of transformation for those around us. We share our experiences, knowledge, and perspectives in a way that elevates and enriches the lives of others. Our inner light acts as a beacon that guides those who seek a deeper sense of purpose and meaning in their own lives. The teachings of hypnotherapist Dolores are like a compass that guides us on our journey to the fifth dimension. They remind us that this profound change of consciousness is not a distant and unattainable destiny, but rather a state of being that we can actively choose and cultivate in our daily lives. It is a powerful reminder that we have the innate power to transcend the limitations of the third dimension and embrace a reality full of love, joy, and purpose. It inspires us to look beyond material reality and tune with the higher frequencies of consciousness and existence. When we reflect on the signs discussed in this exploration, we invite ourselves to deepen our own journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. It encourages us to be more aware of the experiences and moments that connect us with the essence of the fifth dimension, ranging from the expansion of our intuition to the experience of a deeper connection with nature and others. By recognizing and honoring these signs in our lives, we open ourselves to the possibility of living more fully and authentically, aligned with our true nature and purpose. We commit ourselves to being aware of our daily choices and actions, knowing that each step we take brings us closer to achieving our highest potential and creating a world full of love and harmony. If you're starting to notice any of these signs in your own life, you may be experiencing an awakening to the fifth dimension. This is an exciting moment in your spiritual journey, and it can be useful to reflect on how these signs are manifesting in your daily life. Are you feeling a greater connection with your intuition and a higher consciousness? Are you experiencing a deep sense of inner peace and joy, even in the midst of challenges and adversities? Do you find yourself feeling a deeper connection with nature and the other living beings around you? If so, then it may be the perfect time to fully embrace the fifth dimension and everything it has to offer. This is a call to open your heart and mind to new possibilities and higher potential, as well as commit yourself to a path of love, unity, and spiritual growth. If you enjoyed this video and found inspiration in it, I encourage you to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. We highly value your comments, so feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and loved ones, encouraging them to join you on this journey of spiritual exploration. We will be happy to meet in the next video, full of inspiration and wisdom to continue to nourish our personal and spiritual growth. See you soon.